In this video, I'm going to share the 5 ways that men become beta males in modern dating, and I've seen it all. I watched a lot of shows, and one of my favorites is 90 Day Fiancé, and it's absolutely pathetic. I also see it when I'm out at restaurants, and these men giving in to all these demands, becoming a doormat, and hey, it can happen to the best of us, and I want to share these 5 things to make sure you don't fall into this trap, become a doormat, and most importantly, become a beta male in modern dating. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping video every day. All right, 5 ways men become beta males in modern dating. And as I mentioned, when I see this, I just shake my head and I'm like, man, this is just pathetic. And I'm not going to go into all kinds of examples, but I just want to give you these points right away. All right. Number 1 is you make her the priority. Alpha males make themselves the priority. So just remember that. Alpha males make themselves a priority. Beta males make women the priority. It is absolutely crazy when I see episodes of 90 Day Fiancé and some of these guys wanting to have a mail order bride, and they travel all across the world. Even a lot of these passport bros, I'm like, really? You kidding me? Like, okay, sure, there's some benefits in terms of passport bros living in this other country because it's cheaper, but really the motivation for most of these guys is women because they make women the priority. Stop doing that because it's pathetic. Number 2, you give in to her demands, all right? So, for example, I remember this story. I can't recall her name, but she didn't drink. So she's one of the members of 90 Day Fiancé, and it's like a 90 Day Fiancé single life or whatever. So she goes on this date, and she doesn't drink, but he didn't know this. So he sits there in front of her. Well, she arrived after he was there. So he's there, and he's got a drink right there on the table. And so she looks at him, and she says, oh, I didn't tell you that I don't drink, and would you mind not drinking in front of me? And what does he do? He goes, oh, okay, no problem. Instead, you know what he should have done? He should have said, well, look, I didn't know you didn't have a drink, and I don't think this is going to work because I like to have a drink, and if you're not comfortable with that, then I guess this date is over. That's it, man. Who cares? Like, hold your ground. Do not allow women to change your behaviors when that's what you like to do. Like, I hold my ground. I'm like, for example, vegans. If somebody says she's a vegan, and I'm like, okay, are you okay with me ordering meat at my meals? And if she says no, I'm not dating her. In general, I don't date vegans because I'm a carnivore mostly, but I always ask them, are you okay with me eating this? And every single woman has said yes, right? If she says no, bounce. But that's my point, is that so many guys give in to women's demands because they think it's impressing her. It doesn't impress her. She's just looking for a guy with low self-confidence, and just, you're going to be a doormat, and she's going to grow tired of you anyways. So it's better to just hold your ground and go, no, I'm having my damn drink. Okay? So that's number 2. Oh, also, if you see this on dating apps where she has in her profile, oh, I don't do coffee dates and I don't do drink dates. Avoid that shit. Like, who the hell are you to dictate the terms when, at the end of the day, if she's attracted to you, she will do whatever you want, right? She's throwing up these, and that's the thing. If she's immediately throwing up these rules, get out of there. Like, bounce. I don't even entertain that shit. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, they say like princess treatment. Oh, and I don't do drink dates. I don't do coffee dates. Okay, bye. There's a catalog of women. Just think about that, guys. Catalog. The next bus is coming by. All right, so that's number 2, is don't give in to her demands. Number 3, you always agree with her, or these beta males agree with her. For example, there was an election in the United States recently, and whether she voted for Trump or whether she voted for Harris, whatever, and if you took the opposite side, hold your ground and say, yeah, I think this person's the better candidate. Here's why. And do not be unapologetic about it, and she will like you for that. I promise you. All right, so that's number 3 is beta males typically will just constantly agree with the woman because they think it's impressing her, and she's actually just checking out when you do that. Number 4, you're not willing to walk away for bad behavior. Man, this hasn't happened to me that many times, but it's happened where, let's say, this woman is over at my place, and we've been dating for a little while, and it's a Friday night. We don't have to wake up early in the morning, whatever. And she just straight up out of the blue, right, says she doesn't want to have sex. She's not in the mood or whatever. Okay. And yet she came over to your place. You've had sex before. It's a Friday night. You have no reason to wake up in the morning, right? And she's rejecting you. It's a fucking shit test, bro. It's a test. This is how I handle that test. I say, "Oh, okay. Is everything okay? Is anything wrong?" And she'll say, "Oh no, I'm just tired." Okay. Now, again, I understand if you guys have been out partying all night, it's 5 in the morning, but let's say it's a reasonable time, it's midnight, 1 o'clock, and there's kind of no excuse for her to say this, right? And yes, women have the choice to say no and can say no. No problem. This is what I do and have done in this situation. I've said, "Oh, well, I guess the vibe is off. I don't know what I've done. Just this seems kind of off to me. So do you want me to get you an Uber home?" How she's going to react is this. She's going to get mad initially. She's going to go, "What? Why are you making a big deal about this? Blah, blah, blah." And say, "Well, look, now you're getting upset. The vibe is definitely off. Why don't I get you an Uber home?" And guess what, guys? Guess what? Every single time I've said that, we end up having sex because she realizes that I'm willing to walk away. And that's what you guys and beta males don't understand is when the bad behavior happens. And I'm saying that's an example of bad behavior because there's no excuse for this, right? When you're willing to walk away, there's so much power in that. And beta males have no concept of this. So you need to be willing to walk away for bad behavior. And number 5 is beta males typically are always texting good morning, good evening, every single day. It should be like a game of ping pong where you text, she texts, you text, she texts. But be very, very careful of the good mornings and good evening texts. I don't do it that much. And again, it's kind of, you have to do it back and forth like ping pong. But these beta males are just basically desperate. And they think if they don't give her attention, she's going to lose interest. You can give attention, but the beta males typically give too much. All right. Hope you liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.